I'm trying to figure out how to do the words on the thing.
Did you say 12 districts?
12 districts.
Okay.
So I am going to give some choices here. Since we all keep having problems with Peliniki, do you want to call it something else?
No, Peliniki's fine.
All right.
For me.
We have trouble with Peliniki. What do you mean?
Well, we keep pronouncing it different ways.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't notice, I guess. Well, maybe I did, but I don't remember.
Peliniki? Did I say it right?
I don't know. That's the whole thing, right? And so, but if we're all good, I'm not going to worry about it. Any rate.
Is one of the districts a little triangle in the middle with gold that's gold?
No.
It's a mountain.
I will describe to you what you're seeing. So, over here is Peliniki. Bing. Far off. Okay, so the top of the map is east. So, you know. Because that's towards the sunrise.
Dude.
Why would you do that?
Because I amused myself with the whole conversation I had about it.
East is not up. Up is north.
Nope. Up has not always been north. Up has only been north in the last few hundred years. It used to be, east used to be the top of the map because that's where the sun rose. And it was very important. And since there is no...
that is east and north is to the left.
I'll tell you what. Let me try something here.
Because that would make sense.
I'm going to try something.
Yeah, try rotating. I don't think it's going to work.
I'm going to try to readjust everybody's... All right. There we go. Bam. A little bit better.
Oh, okay. I was going to put in
Okay, got it.
those things, but okay. No, I don't need to.
There you go. So I had thought it through a little bit, at least. So, and I'm going to try to remember this as well, too. Okay, so towards the bottom of the map, a.k.a. the West, or Occidentalist, as it's called, which is also a true thing.
Yes, I concur.
Is where the Eyrie is. That's where they have more control when they're running the show. Peliniki, where you were, is right here. Where you had run into trouble prior to running out to Peliniki. If you remember, you had run into some issues, and so you had fled away from the Eyrie, who were giving you grief. You were right here. You ran out to Peliniki because it's out towards the south. It's away from everything, and it's where Elora was from. But I was here or there. Then you went through that whole thing, and you solved all that. Or to give you a general sense, to the east, at the top of the map, is more the area where the Marquise has control. So they're up there more. The big triangle in the middle is a big white mountain that's pretty much visible from everywhere. And so it's you know, whatever the name we want to decide to call it, but it's pretty much the center of the woodland here. At the edges of the map, away from everything, is the deep woodland, which is kind of far away from everything. Nobody really goes out there. This is the main woodland area. There are rumored to be other places out there, but people don't travel out beyond this area very much. To the north, there is the water, the big water out there. At this river, so there's a river that runs off the southern edge of things. Yeah, I might have out-clevered myself because it's hurting my head too. There's a river that runs through, coming from the east down to the west, and then flows out into the bay down there. There's the mountain in the center. The Marquisite is more up at the top, and the area is down at the bottom. You're off to the south is where Peliniki was at the end of the things. There's hills and other stuff. This is a general, very general map of where things are. In general, it takes roughly a week to get from point to point along the paths. So from Pelaniki to this one right here is going to be about a week. En route, there's a move.
Wait. One more time. We're from Pelaniki to where?
To about here is about a week. They're all pretty evenly spaced out. The difference is, okay, so then from here, yeah, they're all pretty evenly. So from here to here is going to take, I think it takes like 8 days. I did some measuring and I did some geometry to figure it out, how long they all kind of take.
Did you pass the exam?
What's that? I did, because I got to do the triangle thing where it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And so I just counted down and I counted across and I did the math.
Saul's head is about to explode.
I love geometry.
Okay.
Yeah, I quit geometry.
Is that one that you said was about a week from Pelaniki? Does that one have a name?
It's going to have a name in just a moment here when you roll a dice.
I made my own little map.
Oh, wait. Okay, so it does have a name. 1 second, and I'll tell you the name.
It's not focusing, Jolene. It's focusing on your hand.
No, I'm trying.
Get your fingers out of the way. Ah, did you print it already? Or you drew it?
I drew it.
Wow.
Wow.
What is that?
I'm impressed.
Right? Wait, let me go over to Zoom.
I would have just taken a snapshot.
Well, you
Show me? Oh, it's very blurry.
You gotta
Either
take
that
out
or it's
the
me.
blurriness.
It's because your fingers. It's
Oh.
trying to focus on your hands.
it's hard to hold up something without your hands.
It's blurry because you have blur on.
Let's see.
I don't have blur on.
Yes, you do.
No.
Ooh, that's really good. Nice.
The background is blurred.
Okay, here we go.
I'll just take a screenshot.
This one is going to be...
I gotta check on my mom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Gilead's Grove. Gelialah. Grove.
Who's Delius?
Let's call it Gilead.
Oh,
Gilead.
You never heard of
Gilead.
the Tales of Gilead?
Yeah.
There you go. Gilead's Grove.
Where's that?
That's the one they were pointed at.
She wasn't here.
Directly north.
what we're gonna call it.
I mean, east.
Point at it one more time.
All right, let me get to that map. Really hard to do this on the little screen. This is amazing.
Right here.
They're right there. Gilead's Grove.
Billy.
So, the choice. Okay, so en route when you're traveling, because you're vagabonds and you don't have to follow the paths. The choices you have are you can follow the paths and you'll run into you may run into troops, you run into regular people, you run into people who are on the paths. You can choose, however, to go off the paths and cut through the woods. And so it's a decision on your part, and I will find the section where it talks about that so that you can have a more informed choice. All right.
How dangerous is it to go cross country?
What's that?
How dangerous?
That is exactly the question. The traveling through the forest is dangerous. Only vagabonds are brave and skilled enough to do it often, but there's no better way to quickly cut across a wide swath of the woodland and arrive at important destinations. So you can when you travel from clearing to clearing through the forest, so there's traveling through the forest or there's traveling along a path. So when you travel through the forest, you have to make a decision to go slowly where you're foraging heavily and you're kind of hunting as you're going, you can go carefully, which means you're avoiding trouble, but you mark a depletion or an exhaustion. If you go slowly and forage, you clear to depletion. Or you can go as quickly as possible, like the guy in Last Mohican.
That's what I want to do.
Right? So everybody
Why?
marks exhaustion and depletion.
I said that's what I want to do. Now that's what we're doing.
Oh,
I'm a total Democrat. I'll leave it up to the
okay.
group.
So that's
I always like
going
that
through the
scene.
woods. And when you go through the woods, we'll roll to see like you discover something when you cut through the forest.
Okay, my question is,
Yeah.
If we roll to go through the woods, is that what you guys want to do, or do you want to go on the road?
So wait a
Woods,
second.
The woods.
Let me.
The woods.
Wait a second. So there's traveling along the paths. You can either go at a relaxing pace, and everybody clears 3 exhaustion, and you collectively mark a total of 2 depletion. So you're still going to use stuff as you go. You can go at an average pace where everybody clears 2 exhaustion, and you collectively mark 1 depletion. Or you can go safely, quickly, and under the radar. The band collectively, or you can go urgently fast where you're running along the track and you get exhausted.
Am I no longer exhausted?
We're going to call it all good right now. But you get to travel either cut through the woods as you guys can go, and you'll avoid anybody on the path. So let's see, traveling along the path is in general safer than going through the forest. That's the point of the path. But you're more likely to encounter forces of a faction or other denizens on the path. So yeah. Let's see. Traveling through the forest is dangerous, but you get through quickly and you don't run into factions through the forest. However, you might run into other stuff.
So how did things end in the?
Okay, if you remember, you helped the clearing decide that they're going to kind of stay independent. The Eyrie Count was really frustrated with you guys, and they had made note of you. The people at the local clearing at Pelaniki were pretty happy with you. You hadn't run into any of the Marquise, but you know that in general the Eyrie know about you and are not entirely happy with you.
Probably went down a couple notches on their part.
Yeah,
Should I put
exactly.
an X
Because
on us, on extra X on us for the Eyrie Dynasty.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. So we're not going to worry about it too quickly. Yeah. So right now everything is going to stay where it is, and then now as we get used to it, it'll adjust your reputation with the different factions. I think so. If I had to say in general, your reputation with the Eyrie or the Eyrie probably went down, and your reputation with the Alliance probably stayed about the same. Because you did help resolve the situation, but you didn't help overthrow and achieve their independence.
So if it went down, so it would go from, you have an X on each side of the 0. What does that mean?
If we're not going to do it right now, but in general, what it means is like you'll lose 1 reputation with that faction.
And then you would gain a reputation with the denizens or the Woodland Alliance?
The denizens you could gain 1 with, and then the Woodland you're going to stay even on. Because you didn't help them overthrow the Eyrie, but you also didn't didn't blow things up either. So
what's the difference between notoriety and I see, never mind, I got it.
Okay.
So my question is, if we were to go through the woods, which woods would we be going through? The one on the inside of the triangle or the one on the outside of the triangle?
That could be your choice. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much the same woods. As we go along, if we continue to play more on the outside of the triangle, like off to the south is going to be deeper, darker woods. And so it could be a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more wild, a little bit less chance of running into people out there. On the inside of the triangle, it's more more towards civilization, but it's all woodland, right? And so in terms of the fiction in the game, it's all the same and it's all equally dangerous. So you can choose what you want to do.
So we would know that it's more dangerous towards the south than in the civilized
Yes,
woods.
you do, yes. It gets deeper, darker woods towards the south. The deep wood, if you will.
The forest is my home. That's where I'm comfortable.
Well, we're pretty well stocked, right? Because they gave us all kinds of supplies.
So you have all your stuff. You have no depletions marked. They gave you stuff. They gave you food. So you're not like running on empty like you were from before when you got there. You needed supplies. So right now you're stocked up, and you just said, "Hey, we're going to go away," and so you headed east or north, I guess, northeast. Yeah.
What do you think, Nimble?
If we go through the woods, we go through the inner woods, not the outer woods.
That's fine.
That's fine.
So you're going to cut through the woods.
Yeah, we get there faster, right?
Yes, you will.
Oh, interesting.
Because the road, the path is always, no matter how straight it looks on the map, it's going to whine and it's going to do stuff. But you guys are all vagabonds and experienced in being in the woods. And so you're like, travelers. Oh yeah, we don't have to like wind around that way. We can do this.
Yes, I see. They're not quite as straight as you have.
People aren't going to stop and ask us questions or anything like that.
Exactly.
If path turns
are we in a hurry? We're not in a hurry because we're
not in a hurry.
But we can do the
just
forest.
Leisurely, yeah. Check out what's in the forest.
All right, so you're gonna kind of wander through the forest. Then traveling has been collected decides how travel is. So you're gonna wander through the forest. Traveling source means the band is taking its time and replenishing its supplies from the forest as it goes. If you had any depletion, you could clear to depletion. The group as a whole has to mark at least one exhaustion for each PC. So there's 3 of you. So each of you marks an exhaustion, or somebody can take 3 exhaustion.
I'll mark one.
Okay, so each of you can mark one.
No harm. In the middle.
I got it.
Then you do a roll. Now, somebody roll 2 6-sided dice. This is your traveling thing. So just so you know, on a hit, so that means anything 7 or above, you pass through the forest to any clearing on the other side. Along the way, you will spot an interesting sight, and you can leave markers there so you can return to it after you finish your trip. On a 10 plus, the transit is largely safe. On a 7 through 9, something in the forest is following you. If you get a miss, something's going to happen. So there you go. So somebody gets to roll 2 6-sided dice. Does that make sense?
One of y'all gets to roll 2 6-sided dice.
Okay.
Go ahead. Do we have any skill? It's not.
Some of the classes do have plays in their playbook that help you do stuff. So you're traveling through the forest like Winnie the Pooh and the Great Gang, and you're doing stuff. And let's see, on the miss you're going to find first dangers. Okay.
The 6 bad.
Well,
6
yeah.
is not good.
So everybody, and as let me go see here. Need somebody's character sheet. Everybody read tense situation.
Did I roll?
Yes. You missed. You got a 4.
Oh, I got a 4. There it is.
Nimble got a hit on the rating a tense situation.
Nimble, a few days into your traveling, you get the sense that something or somebody is following you.
Okay.
Something's out there in the woods.
There's something out there in the woods following us.
Is it good or bad? Friend or foe?
How did you do? You got a... You missed.
Got a 7.
You hear something in the woods. You tell them is it friend or foe, and let's set up a battle map.
A who?
Battle mat.
What?
Battle map.
There's battles in this game? This is just the words and talk.
Talkie game.
Yeah, the storytelling game.
Well, the story here is you're gonna go get in a fight. So
It's diceless.
I wonder how we could do icons in here. Want to cancel? I don't want to duplicate it. Just want to create a page. All right, we're not going to worry about that. We'll do theater of the mind. As you're walking along, you hear something, Nimble, and you say, hey, there's something going on. And as your friends are saying, what's going on? Suddenly, 3 figures step out of the woods and say, lower your weapons. Drop your weapons and drop your equipment.
Ha! Only 3!
That's
in
when
front
I
of you,
draw
there's
my
a
weapon.
Wolverine and 2 wolves.
Ooh.
They're guys. They're people, but they're...
Okay. Are Wolverines and wolves mean?
These are people like your people. So...
It can be.
Can we tell if they're vagabonds or are they just
Bandits.
do they look like bandits? Are they all dirty?
30?
They're asking to share in the
I'm
wrong
saying-
way. How's that?
They do not...
They do not look friendly.
They don't look friendly. They have their weapons out, pointed at you. Their swords are pointed at you. And they're saying...
How close are they to us?
They're pretty close. They got the drop on you.
They got the drop on us.
Got the drop on us.
They're...
Do we have weapons?
You do have weapons.
Yeah.
And...
How about this? I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, but we're not gonna drop our stuff. What do you need? What are you looking for?
Oh, what I need is the bounty on your head. There's a reward for you. You would be Nimble the Thief, and this would be Alora, I believe. Lately,
I'm nobody. Can I leave?
No, we're here to collect all 3 of you. And we have it's alive or dead, so you choose how you want to go. There are certain people who
That's not good. What do I have?
So on your playbook, there are some weapon skills, right?
Yes. Mine is very.
There's equipment, yeah. I have a dagger and crossbow. And leather armor.
Where's the equipment? Oh, your
Very
equipment.
bottom where it says character, your moves, and your equipment.
How did you? Yeah, see how the combat works here.
I don't see where it says. I don't see that it says I have anything.
Well, then you didn't put anything in your equipment.
Well,
Nope.
somebody.
You have at least a sword or something like that that goes with your weapon.
Somebody help me with my. Somebody.
That was me. Oops. I didn't know what you could take. This
So for equipment, what is your? Let me go to your character.
It's parry. My thing is parry.
Okay. You are nimble.
Nimble.
I didn't put
Alright.
other information in there.
Oh, it says great sword and plate armor on mine. I didn't.
There you go. So you've got that. Hang on one second. Let me go get the playbooks.
I got the little playbook that he gave. Your equipment. I have a dagger.
Okay.
I think a staff, and I can't read it. It's really dark.
Should be a flashlight in front of you.
Thanks. Okay.
Who makes root?
Who makes root is
Magpie Games.
Oh,
Magpie.
chain does it say chainmail? Tightly woven.
Yeah, chainmail.
That's what I have. A dagger, a staff, which is ranged. Weapon. Move ties carry. So okay.
basic weapon moves are you can engage in melee and you roll the 2 dice, and they have 3 things that can happen. You can inflict serious harm for +1. You suffer little harm, -1 harm to you. You shift your range. So right now you're in melee range. Or you can impress, dismay, or frighten your foe. On a hit, you trade harm. So you're swinging your sword your foe while they axe in hand charge you down. You're engaging in melee. So this is fight up close with weapons, swords clashing, battle of staves, all that kind of stuff.
And you have to roll high?
So you want to roll high on 2 dice. Do you
roll with you roll where it says the 2 dice where it says parry, or?
I think on your sheet. Let's see your equipment, your moves. Okay. Interesting. Don't know how the sheets work. So weapon skills. So when you're parrying, you get to block and not take any harm from people. To attack with this sheet, there's a basic. At the top on the right-hand side, it says basic moves. And third from the bottom, it says engage in melee. Right?
Yeah, third from the bottom. Yes, I see it.
So then click on there.
Can I click on there and hit him with my staff? Try to disarm him?
Yes, because you're basically just in melee. It's just close melee. So you got a 7, you got a hit, which means you get to choose, you trade harm, which means you can either choose not, so each of you are going to get a harm, as I understand it. You can choose either to inflict serious harm, where you're going to do 2 harm to them, but you take 1 harm. You can suffer a little bit, so you take 1 less harm. You can change your range. So you say, I don't want to be in melee range with them, so you can either like close with them more or back off. Oh yeah, there we go. So somebody's got their stuff up. Or you can try to impress, dismay, or frighten your foe. So,
go ahead.
let's see. Yeah, there you go. So those are the choices.
Okay, so I'll do 2 harm, and I'll take a harm.
Okay, so you mark a harm off, and let me see.
Is that injury or deplete? Injury harm? Is that what it is?
1 second. Let's see. Weapon moves, infliction of harm. There's more about harm later in the chapter. Generic term. Yes, you can take bodily harm. You can take wear to equipment. The quarterstaff might inflict exhaustion. Okay. Inflict 2 injury. Yes, go ahead and take an exhaustion. Let's do that for now. And then I'll have to go watch an actual play or something. Okay, characters in a fight can absorb injury on their armor or shield, marking 1 wear on the equipment to reduce the injury or harm they suffer on a 1-for-1 basis. So do you have...
I have chainmail.
So mark wear on your chainmail.
All of us?
No, just Jolene. Because she's the one that attacked right there.
Or had combat.
Had combat, yeah. And so her armor stopped it, and she hit the person with her staff.
I'm going to do a quick shot with my crossbow.
All right, do it.
Yeah, if you click on anything, it'll tell you what it is.
7.
Yeah, so just click on it to figure out what it does. The skills, basic moves, and weapons.
On a 7 through 9, choose 1 for quick shot. You don't mark wear, you don't mark exhaustion, you move quickly and change your position. You choose. You keep your... Oh, this is fire a snapshot at enemy at close range. I assume they're at close range.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. I want to... On a hit, inflict on a 7 through 9, choose 1. I want to move quickly and change my position. I'm going to choose range.
So you're going to try to duck behind a tree, or like you're trying to get away from them a little bit?
Yeah. Ooh, can I hide also? I got hide as a roguish feat, but that's an action, isn't it?
Tell you what, let's go fast and loose and go ahead and try to hide.
Okay.
You shot, and then you're diving into some bushes to the side.
Oh, there's no thing on it. No thing.
No check.
No.
Information.
Yeah, no information. No.
Oh. Start with Marquise.
It's under roguish feats. Where's roguish feats?
So up at the top right is attempt a roguish feat.
The roguish feats are acrobat.
I see. Okay. So that would be trying to hide. Okay. Oh, I guess not.
Okay. So you shot. You did damage. Did you do damage?
It says
with your bow. What was that?
It's a quick shot. When you fire a snapshot, roll with luck. Oh, okay, it already does that. On a hit, inflict injury, yes.
Oh, mine. I just want to tell you that my staff, it says when you do damage, the weapon does exhaustion harm and not injury harm.
Okay, so 2 exhaustion on them. Okay.
And my iron bolts from a crossbow inflict an additional wear. Inflicts 1 additional wear when its harm is absorbed by armor. Do they have armor?
Do they have armor? Let me see what they're wearing.
They probably are. Oh, that's no good. That means my crossbow takes wear.
Yep, they're wearing chainmail. All right, so...
Oh, it also says mark wear to target a vulnerable foe at close range instead of far. So Oh, I mark wear on my weapon, or I mark wear on...
Mark wear on your weapon.
Okay, so they're both marked now. So then that means I can't use it?
Yes, I believe so. Let's find out.
No.
I believe that's when you wore down the wear, you have to repair it or do something with it.
What's a vulnerable foe, though?
Where does it say where? Item.
Oh, mine has positive tags. If these don't sound positive.
I think the wear, it sounds like maybe the wear should have been applied to them.
Oh, okay. You'd think the iron bolts would...
Yeah, if you hit it with close range, you do wear on their armor.
Right.
That's when he said it. That's what I thought. Not wear on your
so
bolts.
Then that means the more wear that their armor has, then it stops less. So, like, let's say, it has boxes next to it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So does that mean when you said I take a wear on my chainmail, really the other guy?
What did you do, honey?
You hit him. Yeah, it should have been. No, because you're trading damage.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, so took it on the.
Is the way that I'm understanding it is that. So you hit the guy with your staff, punk. He got you, so you traded some damage. Then Felipe shot and dived to the side and increased the range, but wasn't able to hide. And now it's Elora.
Okay, so I am
These guys, they don't they do have armor, but it's pretty rough looking armor. They don't look like they're the most perfectly equipped of people.
And our stuff is pretty like fixed and everything.
You guys are in good shape. These guys look
the town took care of us, so all our stuff is fixed up.
I draw my great sword from my back, and I roar at them. I go, "How dare you try to cash in on our success?" And I roar in some insane anger, and I'm going to storm a group.
All right.
It says, when I storm a group of foes in melee, mark 1 exhaustion.
Okay.
1 exhaustion. And roll with might on a hit. Trade harm on a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1.
All right.
So what do I roll? There's storm the group. I just roll.
Okay, so in the middle you have stats, and there's 2 dice next to it.
Well, could I just click on storm group on the dice weapon skills?
Does it work?
I don't know.
Okay, so you charged them, you roared at them, you've got a full 10.
That means
you choose 2 things to do.
So on a hit, on a 10 plus, choose 2. Trade harm. So do I trade harm no matter what?
You're gonna trade harm is the way that I understand it. Like they're gonna do some kind of damage to you. But
I take 1 and they take 1, and then I get to choose 2 on this list.
What does it say about your greatsword? Does it have a tag on it? Like how much?
I didn't put down the tags. I just put down.
All right, let me. You
have to look that up.
I'm gonna go get the playbook.
Go ahead.
What character do you have?
Arbiter? Elora?
Or the Arbiter?
Yeah.
It says Greatsword. One of them's special moves, cleave and storm a group.
That's where I get that from then.
Okay, and then
hold on.
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Weapon skill tags, it says cleave?
Hold on, I'll put it in the chat.
Well, it's funny because I think it does it automatically because it gives me cleave and and storm.
There you go.
Oh.
That's what it says. Range is close. Special moves are cleave and storm a group. And then,
All right.
then the tags are sharp, which is mark where when dealing harm with this weapon to inflict one additional harm. And large, mark exhaustion when dealing harm with this weapon to inflict one additional harm.
So I'm gonna open up the equipment deck. So it's like unpackaging.
Oh, that's just juice.
Holy moly.
You just picked from the list. That's cool. Large and sharp. Range
Be
close.
overpackaged this.
Okay, cool.
So what did you find out?
So it's large and it's sharp. So I get to choose 2 things on this list that I get to do. Let's see. Storm.
Yep.
So I can show them up and inflict 2 morale,
That's hard.
or you keep them off balance and confused and inflict 2 exhaustion. Avoid their blows at the best of your ability. You suffer little, -1 harm. Use them against each other. Mark exhaustion again, and they inflict their harm against themselves. I'm gonna show them up twice, so choose 2, or do I have to choose 2 different ones?
Oh, that's a good question.
What,
too.
for moves? You choose one move.
No, but when he gets to choose 2 from the list,
Oh, that's...
can he choose the same thing twice?
I would say no.
Okay.
You choose 2 of the each one both separately, and you would still do 2 additional harm, but you'd wear out your sword though.
I mean that's but from Storm a Group I get to I rolled a 10, so I get to choose 2 on this list. So the list tells me what I can do, but that's not even using the sharp or the large.
Okay. Oh.
If you scroll up,
You're currently at close range, so
yeah. So I am going to inflict. I'm going to show them up and inflict 2 morale harm, and I'm going to keep them off balance and inflict 2 exhaustion. Because you keep them off balance and confused, inflict 2 exhaustion.
engaging range harm. Space example. Grappling.
Well, you did a crash and smash?
It's called Storm a Group.
Oh. That's interesting.
That you get from the great sword.
Stormer group is the best method available for most vagabonds for actually fighting a whole group of enemies. Okay. Storm's a group. Stormy group is only for melee. Okay. You have to mark an exhaustion to storm a group, so it costs you a lot of energy. So you mark an exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. Already did.
Just like trading for harm engaging melee, remember the group's inflicted harm is likely far greater than any individual.
So, did you hear what I was going to do?
So what did you choose?
I told show them up and inflict 2 morale harm.
Got him?
And then keep them off balance and confused and inflict 2 exhaustion.
Okay. 2 exhaustion and 2 morale harm?
Right. Who's the one that talked? The weasel?
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine. And then I'm gonna mark an extra exhaustion when dealing harm with this weapon and inflict an additional harm. So I'm gonna make him exhaustion on the Wolverine one more. I'm gonna inflict what is it? An exhaustion for me.
You already did an exhaustion, right?
Yeah,
Are you
so I
doing
mark
two
another
exhaustion?
exhaustion. I mark another exhaustion, and I do one more additional harm. So now that Wolverine has 3 exhaustion on him.
You have 3 exhaustion too.
Yeah, but hopefully I'm tougher. You guys can hurt him before they hit me.
So then, though, you're focusing on the Wolverine in front. Who did you other two? Did you each take one of the wolves, or did you all focus on the one guy in the front?
I did the guy that was talking to us.
So the Wolverine as well. Okay, so you hit him with the staff. Bam.
And I gave him 2 hits.
Right. Felipe, who did you, Scritch, who did you go for?
Whoever was closest to me. You decide who was close.
Roll a 6-sided.
Roll a 6-sider.
3-4, it'll be the Wolverine. Either the other one's one of the wolves.
Woof.
Woof. Woof.
All right. So Nimble did 2, Saul, and then you did 2 morale, and what else?
And 2 exhaustion to all of them, and then I did.
To all of them, because they're just like, whoa.
And then I did an extra exhaustion on the Wolverine because I used my large weapon, and I put in. I marked the exhaustion to put another exhaustion on.
And your staff does exhaustion too, Jolene?
Yes,
right?
My staff does exhaustion.
All right, so he's all beat up, and you scared him, and the whole thing is like, oh, run away, run away. And so he tells them, let's get out of here. We'll be back. He just like got and then they run away. So they start to turn to run.
Mm.
Do you pursue them? What do you want to do?
Drop your weapons, you brigands. I'll just yell at them. I don't know whether they drop the weapons or not. I don't care. I got -2 morale on them.
That's true. Is there a...
Oh, I guess there's a...
Isn't there like a...
basic move?
What would it be?
Enter roguish feet. Nope.
Enemy, target someone.
Trick an NPC?
Or influence, is there something like that?
Persuade an NPC?
Sure, go with that.
I want to do a trick shot.
All right.
I'm going to shoot and try to hit a branch so that it trips one of them. That it falls in front of them and trips them.
Ooh.
Sure. Big shot. As they're running away, you're like, drop your weapons. And you're,
He shoots a branch. Wow.
Let's see. On a 7 through 9, choose 2. Oh, mark where and roll with finesse. So on 7 and 9, choose 2.
You got an 8.
Did you roll? So you need to click the button. You need to click the dice next to the finesse thing, I think. Is that what you do?
I think it already knows.
I think it already knows, yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Oh, no, not necessarily, because I don't have... There's nothing set up for trick shot. Oh, there it is. Oh, I didn't roll on trick shot. I should have. Want me to redo it?
Yeah, go ahead and redo it. Let's see what happens.
I got a better.
Wow.
All right.
13. Damn.
You see him running, and you take a shot. Tell me, you describe what happens.
Oh, I got choices here.
Uh-oh.
I got choices.
Here, I'll post them here so that you can see.
Ooh.
I got 4 choices. Your shot lands on any target of your choice within range. Well, I want to break a branch over
Okay.
and have it fall so they trip. Your shot distracts an opponent and provides an opportunity. I'll do
There you
that.
go.
I'll do the shot cuts a branch. It kind of trip over the branch or slows them down, and
Okay.
that provides an opportunity for Nimble or Elora to do what they're doing.
Okay.
Mm. So he hits a branch, it falls, and it causes one of them to fall
You
down.
trip, and he goes
Like the
down.
Three Stooges.
Right. It's
Right.
it's really looking like the Three Stooges, right? They're tumbling over each other,
Slows them down a little bit.
and the Wolverine is already beat up. So
Right. So I'm just gonna do like a belly flop on the Wolverine since he was the leader.
all right.
So I'm gonna grapple the enemy. I'll just basically jump on top of him.
All right. So you do that.
Where'd you get this information?
Like,
Having a full hit.
yeah. You.
Like where?
My hot breath is in his face.
What happens when you grapple him?
I don't know.
So you totally full hit.
Oh, here we go. When you grapple with an enemy at intimate range, you roll with. I did all that. On a hit, you choose simultaneously. Continue making choices until someone disengages, falls unconscious, or dies. On a 10+, you make one choice first before they make the beginning simultaneous choices. You strike a blow fast, and inflict. No, I don't want to do that. You wear them down. They mark exhaustion. You exploit their weakness. Mark exhaustion to inflict 2 injury. You withdraw and disengage close range. I will wear them down. They mark an exhaustion. I'm just like roughing him up. I'm grabbing him by the lapels of his tunic. And I'm just shaking him. I go, "Tell me who put that bounty on our heads."
We just.
Is there a poster?
We just, they just said to cut. They just said to bring you in.
Who's they?
Oh, he doesn't want to talk.
He doesn't want to talk.
No, he doesn't want to talk.
Exhaust them some more.
Okay. So according to this,
he's gonna talk no matter what.
No. According to this, he gets to do something back. So you get to choose on the list. I guess you can withdraw and disengage to close range. That's one thing on the list.
Okay. I don't know. Locklear just said to come get you. He just said that he had a client that they were going to pay for you.
I look at Scritch.
Do I know Locklear?
For the name?
No, I'll say no.
Okay. I look at Nimble.
Do I know Locklear?
No.
Okay, and I don't know Locklear. Well, he gets to do one of those things.
What you guys?
He gets to do one of those things. Back to me, Mike.
He's a guy. He gives us jobs. He tells us to come and do stuff.
Where's okay? I'll just before I he gets to do one of those things. So
he's beaten down. I mean, he's out of exhaustion. So at this point, there's nothing really that they can do.
He can't fight back.
Okay.
He can't fight back. So he's just like.
So I'll pick him up. Do the wolves take off?
They're kind of cowering off to the side.
Oh, okay. I'll pick him up. Because we're kind of laying down on top of him.
I'll cover him with my crossbow.
Yeah, cover me, Rich. And I'll kind of pick him up
I got him covered.
You pissed off some people, man.
What
you
town
pissed
is
off
this?
some people.
What town is this Locklear guy at?
He's
Tell me, don't lie to me.
Just try me, wolves. I'll shoot you.
Does he say anything? What's your name? I have to ask him his name.
My name's Cudgel.
Cudgel. Where is this Locklear, Cudgel?
Oh,
you wanna live?
Make him take us to him.
No.
No. Where is he?
Hang on a
We'll
second.
beat down his door and burn his house down.
Easy, Scritch. Easy.
I'm laughing at my character, by the way.
All right. Pretty good.
Calm down, Scritch. There's no be no house burning today.
1 second, please.
So I'm starting to wonder if Scritch is a little bit unhinged.
My mouse steel spark lighter's getting itchy.
Okay. It's Locklear Odile. Odile.
That's where he lives? Or that's where he
No,
was
that's the
asking?
name of the guy. He goes, he's one of the Corvids. He's one of the Corvids.
Orphans.
Bro.
You know.
Bro.
Yeah. They're
What's his name,
everywhere,
Locklear?
man. They're not just anywhere. They're everywhere.
Odile.
Where did you see him?
I saw him in. Let's go look at the map. Where's the thing down here? Oh, you gotta lift you guys over there. Okay. He was where you guys started out from, over here. In this one, which we will call. Go find the name declaring thing.
Odile is the one who hired him?
Yep, the Corvette Odile was over there. And he said that you guys would be coming this way. And to bring you back down. And the name of that one is... Books. Oh, never mind. But okay, here we go. Roll 2 6-sided dice. Hello?
I'm getting there.
Trying to roll?
Okay.
8.
5 and a 3. It's Oakenhold. And that's the one right here. So that's where you guys originally got in trouble. How'd you guys do the letters down there?
What?
We did the letters.
I did.
Oh, nice. So this is Oakenhold down here.
Oh, you want to type it in?
Would you?
Yes, Letterman.
I know, right? It's like, yes. I mean, it's out there.
So
They
we
said
don't
there's-
have to go that way.
They said there's a good bounty on your head.
No bounty on us.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not what Oda.
Well, what kind of birds were the ones in Paliniki? Played?
There were more raptors.
Raptors. That's right.
So what you know about the Corvids is they're not technically part of the Eyrie. They're other birds who, but they're not the right kind of birds to be in the nobility. There are rumors that there is they're like the underworld of getting things for people and getting things done.
The bird mafia.
The bird mafia, yes, that's the. Bird Mafia somebody put a bounty on your head. Odile. I don't know.
All day.
Let's see if we can see that one. That's how you do it.
Odile.
I spelled it right.
Nice.
Okay. Well.
We're just doing a job, man. We're like you. We're just like you.
I don't think you're like us, dude.
Come on. Let's go. We told you what you wanted to know. What are you gonna do?
I was just gonna.
How about paying us for our time?
we're not gonna rough them up. We're not gonna steal from them. I'm just gonna grab them from the lapels and just like be off with you. And as I push them away, I do like a soft kick in the ass to them. Tell them to beware of us, and tell your friends that there will be no easy pickings.
You'll see us again. It's not the last time.
Not. If we see you again, you won't fare as well as you do today.
Yeah, what Nimble said.
So they go off they scrabble off into the woods.
Guess we should be more, what do you call it?
Alert.
Alert.
What do you guys do to get a bounty put on us?
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Rich.
What?
You burned somebody's house down?
We escaped from jail.
Oh, that's true. Well, let's keep going to Gilead's Glade Grove.
Hey, but we were innocent.
So
yeah, that's why we
as
escaped.
we're going, do we get rid of our exhaustion in a couple since we're doing the?
Oh, because you're doing it carefully. Yes,
yes,
you do get to clear your exhaustion.
How much?
What does it say for traveling safely? Let me go see back there.
There's 2 or 3 would be really good. But we deplete one, right?
You deplete something, but then there's the.
We save exhaustion or lose exhaustion.
The movement feat. Draw attention. Travel moods. Okay. You clear 2 depletion, and you collectively mark an exhaustion for each band member, which means that all together you get to. You don't get to clear an exhaustion. You take an exhaustion.
That's not good.
So
I
you
have to stop and camp here.
Take an exhaustion for what?
Because you're traveling through the woods.
Can we stop in the woods and rest to get rid of an exhaustion for Mr.
How do you get
I'm out of it. I'm all exhausted out.
Okay, so we can stop no matter what.
Yep. So how do you get exhaustion back? Depletion exhaustion represents character's energy, strength, and capacity for pushing ahead. Vagabonds, you're particularly vivacious, so you have plenty of exhaustion boxes to mark.
Exhaustion clears approximately 1 box every night of decent rest, and all boxes of PCs get some rest and care.
So, I guess you're kind of at kind of a wash. If you just want to camp for a few days and not travel,
yeah,
you can get it back.
Like. Okay. That's what we're doing. Camp for a couple of days.
All right. How many days you want to camp for?
I need 2.
Up to you.
Does that mean we get rid of 2 exhaustion if we camp for 2 days?
Yes, because you're not actually traveling anywhere.
Okay. Do we have to keep a watch or anything? Because obviously there's.
We're gonna say that you're just kind of. Are you doing anything other than just camping?
No.
All right. Let's just say you're camping, and so let's see. That happened about 2 days in. You're gonna camp another 2 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days. You do have to mark a depletion on your supplies. I guess you're working the forest.
Oh, I see. We could try, yeah.
All right.
What's that?
Foraging. So.
Can we rest while we forage? I don't think so.
I don't know. Okay. Slowly foraging heavily means the band is taking its time, replenishing its supplies, forest as it goes.
We don't need to forage at this point.
No.
If you, yeah. So I'm gonna say you can mark a depletion, but then because you're resting instead of foraging.
Yeah.
There's no roll.
I don't think so. You just do it. I mean, I imagine somebody probably has a.
I have up to 3 boxes to mark. So
how much exhaustion do we gain? I mean, lose just one?
1 per day.
1 per day. So it's a wash on if you're traveling. But since you're not traveling, I'm going to say that you're not going to expend an exhaustion because you're not traveling. You're just camping in the woods.
We gain back our exhaustion.
Yeah.
So we lose a depletion.
You lose a depletion because you're not foraging.
For each day?
For each day or just for the 2 days one?
For each day.
Okay. So I'm back to just 1 exhaustion after 2 days, but our depletion is up by 1. By 2, by 3. I got 3 off. Okay. That's cool.
All right. We're on the map.
So, but if we start moving, we lose depletion, but we gain 1 exhaustion.
Yes.
You will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're foraging as we move?
You're foraging as you're going, but that's exhausting. So you're going to have to kind of balance out what you're doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And if we want to go faster to get to the town?
Then save quickly and under the radar. So you mark 1 depletion for supplies if you just want to go.
Which way you want to do it?
Yep, that's the question.
Well, yeah, well, let's just go. Well, no, I gotta forage because I don't want to. I'll be depleted with 1 more X.
Okay. So we mark an exhaustion and we take off a depletion.
Yeah.
So it takes you 2 extra days to get there. So it would have ordinarily taken, I think, about 5 days. So it takes a whole week and a little bit more.
Okay.
And you're kind of beat up and worn as you come out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then, and come down. As you guys come into Gilead Grove, what you know about this town is it's known for its cutting-edge bow design and flawless arrow production. It's just they do the fanciest bow and arrows here, even small details. The dye for the feathers, everything is just like top-notch here. You walk into town and it stinks here. And so there's a stagnant, brackish smell. You can smell it even before you get to town.
This smells terrible here.
It does.
Do we know if it smells like this all the time?
Not that you know of. And as you're kind of coming up, I mean, you get the feeling that you're experienced vagabond, so you've traveled around a lot. I don't know if you've been here before, but you're starting to see pools of brackish water, like through the area.
Is there a river here, though?
There is a river there. And your feet start to squish as you get closer to town through the clover.
Is it known for being swampy?
It is not known for being swampy. Off to the side you're coming from, there's some rocky hills rising. There's some shacks that have been built up there that you can see from the sheer rock faces. There's along the banks of the rivers as you're coming up, there's some industrial structures. There's a mill and some workshops along the banks of the river that are up a little bit higher. They don't look like they have any water damage, but everywhere else around the town, you see like they're even up a little bit ways, and they look like they're water stained, and there's fungus growing on them. But you can see that like they used to be really nice. There's like intricate carvings on them, but it looks like everything has water damage.
Yeah, flooded.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. I guess we'll go to town, right?
Right. Yeah, there's people walking around in there, and there's some you see some actually the majority of the creatures that you see here are foxes, and then there's also a few goats that are traveling around, but they don't seem to be interacting very much.
Do any of the foxes look friendly to talk to?
Sure. If you want to go up and talk to somebody.
What happened? Why? The last time I saw this place, it wasn't flooded.
Oh, hello, stranger. Yes. There's some bad luck with the dam, and it broke and it flooded the area. It was really unfortunate what happened. It was just pure accidents, and now the water. Let's see. Hang on one second. We were repairing the structures. We were repairing the structures along the waterfall, and there was a problem. There was the dam failed, and the water came rushing down. It's like now, I mean, there's insects and stuff buzzing around. It's really gross here. It's like, oh, now it's just terrible. You know, nobody knows what to do, and Drew doesn't even, kind of the leader, but he's not doing anything. I mean, he has no power here either. But I'll tell you what, though, Miriam, though, has been a lifesaver. They brought medicine and other supplies, and so that's been really helping out.
Miriam a person or a fairy?
Oh, Miriam's one of the he's a Marquisate. A Marquisate. Look as like I don't know, he's one of the officers of the Marquisate, and he's come down to bring supplies to us and kind of help us get back on our feet. See what that Miriam, they're actually doing something, not like the Eyrie. Drew's just useless.
So, did you get the dam repaired?
No. That we're trying to get that done, but nobody can agree on what needs to happen, and no one's leading the organization to get stuff done.
What happened to your leaders?
Don't you have a town mayor?
Drew was the Eyrie governor here before, and with the Civil War, they pulled all the troops out. So Drew doesn't really have anybody to get stuff done. So nobody's really listening to them. So nobody's really taking charge. And then of course the Kelsey says that they can get help from the Alliance, but there's issues there too. So everybody wants something and nobody really wants to do anything.
So the Miriam or Miriam?
The Miriam, yep. That's the cat.
They came down from the east?
Yeah, they came down from give me somebody roll 2 dice.
Felipe, can you roll 2 dice?
Sure.
Got an 8, a 6.
That's pretty good. They came down from Wind Gap Refuge up here. So this is Wind Gap Refuge. Right there. And they brought stuff down.
How did they know that the dam broke?
Well, when the dam broke, we were sent out for some help, and they came down because there were some merchants in town. The Marquise always has somebody here, so they sent somebody back up there to let them know that things were going wrong. And Miriam's really taken charge on the side of the Marquise, and has been helping out. So she, as soon as it happened, she sent for help from Wind Gap, and they came down and they brought medicine and supplies.
So Drew, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here.
All right.
So Drew is still in charge. He's the governor, but he doesn't have anybody to help him do what he wants to do.
Yes, Drew is, as you gathered, he's a fox. He's been the Eyrie endorsed governor here for as long as anybody can remember. Drew's been running the show here for as long as we can remember. And, he's always, real fun to be around, a real good guy. But this is beyond his ability to deal with, if you ask me.
See. And you said that Kelsey is with the Alliance, the Woodland Alliance?
Yes. Let's see. Kelsey, so Drew used to be pretty good, but not so much anymore. Kelsey is okay. As you're chit-chatting with this person, you find out that Kelsey is a young adult eagle. So he used to be part of the Eyrie, but he apparently something happened in his past, and now he's part of the Woodland Alliance.
Ah.
So.
Let's see. Okay. So, where would we? Oh, this is very, very sad. Where would we find Drew?
Oh, Drew's gonna be at the Drew's going to be at the governor's house over there, probably, or either that, or he's going to be down at the. 1 second, please. There's the name of the place. Game. First imagery. Actually, there he is right there. He says as he's coming out of the local bar.
Oh.
And Drew sees you guys and it's like, so he's an older looking fox, pretty fancifully dressed. And he comes over to you. Now let's see.
Hi.
He's
Hello.
pretty flamboyant. Yeah. Hello, and welcome to Gilead's Grove.
Wow,
how
Gilead's
long- yeah,
Grove is totally different than the last time I was through here.
Here, can I? So are you just in from the wild?
Yes, we are.
Here, can I? Well, you look like you've had kind of a rough time. Why don't you come over to the governor's house and let me give you some food.
Oh, that would be lovely.
And so I am Drew Gale. And you are?
I am Nimble. And this
Hello,
is
Nimble.
And this is my friend
Scritch.
Rich. Pleasure to meet you.
And our other friend's name is
Laura.
Hello, Laura. You look like you know your way around that sword.
I hate to use it, but sometimes justice demands it.
Oh, well, come on over. Here's some of so he brings you in and says, here, let me share some horn wine with you. And hang on one second, because there's something I'm supposed to tell you about the horn wine.
Is it to not drink it because it's going to poison us?
No, it's a horn wine liqueur. It's a transparent black with an herbal scent. Between you and me, it's made by our local goats here. Here we go. Okay. So he gives you some and to drink, and they give you some food. And he asks, like, how are your travels through? You're just in from the south there. Or where are you coming from?
From the west.
From the west.
Mm. Yep.
Well, I guess you could say southwest.
So you're coming up from Oakenhold, are you? How are the roads?
No, we came from Peliniki's Glade.
Oh. It's been a long time since I've been down there. What's going on down there?
Oh, just the usual. The Pelindik is solidified its governance. Politics. We don't really get involved in that kind of stuff. I couldn't really understand exactly what happened, but something to do with they decided who their new mayor was going to be, since they lost their old mayor due to a passing of the previous mayor.
Mm-hmm. So, are you? Do you take on jobs? Are you currently under a contract with anybody? Are you currently on a mission?
No. We were just traveling. Wanted to see a little bit more of the woodland realm here, and me and my companions, and always looking for a good meal and a nice warm place to stay.
Well, that can take a little bit of coin, doesn't it? You must go through a lot of money in your line of business.
Oh, well, we do fine, I think.
Oh, well, I tell you, we run into some troubles here, but in that the Marquise is really trying to take advantage of it for their own gain. That Miriam Stablefur is just coming, and she's trying to undermine our village by providing, by like buying people off, if you will. Like everything
It looks like things are looking pretty grim here, and And it seems a little bit smelly. I mean, it's kind of.
They are, and we're working on all that. We're trying to get things done, but that Miriam, she's just everything comes with a string attached. You know how the Marquise is. Everything comes with a string attached. It's it's all every coin with one hand is asking for some with the other hand, and that's the only reason they're coming here with their food and their medicine is so that they can buy the village with that cheap. They're not really here for the betterment of us. So, in defense of the villagers, and as the as the Eyrie representative here, if they could be quietly, if Miriam could be quietly disposed of, I think there might be a little bit of coin involved in that. There could be a little bit of coin for you there.
Whoa. I have a question.
Huh?
Why? Don't you think it might be better to first fix the dam?
Well, we're working on that. We have people working to take care of that, and so we're trying to get that covered. But it's hard to get focused on that when we've got Miriam who's trying to take over the village, take over the town, Gilead's the Grove at the same time. But I need to reduce the number of things I'm dealing with right now.
But if she's just helping and giving out, whether it becomes with strings attached, things are getting done. How does that interfere with you fixing the dam or whatever projects you have in going? I just don't understand how somebody who's surely they might be taking the advantage of the situation, but if they see need in this glade and they're giving aid, whether with money or with favors for future endeavors, how does that interfere with your projects of getting things done?
Well, here's what it is. Like, with the one hand they give, with the other hand they're taking too. Okay. Because, it's not particularly, and he kind of lowers his voice. It's not particularly well known, but we do produce a lot of the horn wine here. As you've tasted, it's delicious, isn't it? If Miriam gains control of that, then we won't be able to. They'll take it, and that money will go away, and we won't be able to get anything done here. So I need to reduce the number of issues, and so I will be willing to whatever coin I have available, it can come your way if a solution were to arise regarding that issue.
So what projects are being held up by this interference by Miriam?
Well, we can't get to we're trying to clean stuff up, and it's dissension that's coming up in the village, and so the foxes, the goats are unhappy because of the way the horn wine's being here we go. The horn wine industry is affected, and we can't get focused. We have, just one thing after another here, and just having the Marquise here undermining things, even though it looks like they're trying to help, they're not really trying to help, if you understand what I'm saying. And so I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
I wanted to ask you a question. So why is the horn wine industry being affected? Is it because of the water on the ground?
Technically, you see, between you and me, the Eyrie are not technically supportive of the horn wine industry. Horn wine itself, as in your line of work as vagabonds, right? You're outside the realm of the laws of the Eyrie, right? And you're outside the laws of the Marquise as well. And that's kind of where there's the horn wine industry is, it's there, but it's not there. And so at this
I don't know what that means. Scritch, do you know what he's talking about?
Not really. Nothing about the wine. That sounds very tasty.
So the wine is very tasty, but I'm sorry, you said the wine industry is having a hard time. Is it because of the dam?
No, you see, no, well, how to say it? You see, well, I do enjoy the support of the Eyrie. I'm really kind of on my own here since they're focused on their own issues. And
We
the power
understand that. Yes.
Oh, yeah. And what power I have here, what my skill set is very focused on running this town. I've been running, I've been the governor of this town forever. And that I know this town better than anybody does. And now with Miriam coming to town and like undermining like my ability to work with the people of the town, with the goats here and with the foxes here to get this cleaned up, it's really stopping me. So what I really need, the Eyrie, whether the horn wine is totally legal or not, it does bring coin to the, and it does. The goats have been doing it. The two families, the Morgan family has been producing horn wine here for longer than I've been the governor here, which is a really long time. They've been doing it forever. Now, they've got their issues, but there's so much chaos. Like when the water came rushing through, right? It just stirs everything up and everything's going sideways. We need to calm things down a little bit so that we can start to deal with the issues. Now, with Miriam here, muddying the waters like that dam breaking, it's just complicating things. So I need someone that can, simplify my life a little bit. And, of course, I'll be very appreciative about it if it can help. So
we have to talk. My friends and I could look around and see what we could do. I'm not saying we would do anything to hurt anybody.
Of course not. Of course not.
I mean it. I'm serious.
I gotcha. Me too. I
don't think we're on the same wavelength.
Oh, we're on the wavelength.
I believe you are on a wavelength. Yes. Well, we could go and talk to
Miriam.
What do you think?
Sure. I'm going to say, keep one hand on your purse and, keep your eyes open while you're talking to Miriam is what I would say. Beware of cats bearing gifts, as the old saying goes, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Cat's got claws.
I have a question. Out of game.
Sure.
He's a fox?
He's a fox.
But he works for the Eyrie?
Yes. So the Eyrie, so each of the clearings generally has a creature that's probably the most, you're going to see all the animals in all the clearings, but generally there's going to be there's a lot of foxes here. He was the one in charge of it, and the Eyrie would have had Drew is the fox representative. The Eyrie would have had somebody here who was in charge of Drew, so but here's a fox running the show. And the Eyrie noble would have just had ownership of it. The Eyries are pulled back because they're trying to get their shit together.
Got it. Just checking. That's all. Okay. What do you think, Scritch and Ellen? What's your name?
So, seems kind of complicated. I understand that they may be getting in your way, but I don't see how they're interfering with your plans still. I mean, I'm not getting the connection.
Maybe we can talk to Miriam and see if she can help with the dam for you. And maybe that will help to get her out of your way and get your dam fixed.
The Marquise said, they're not here to work with the denizens. They're here to have the denizens work for them.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out if we're going to help you with this.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. I think we should see what the people say, because I understand what you're saying, that that they don't want to do what you tell them to do because they're mad at you or they're upset, and then here's the Marquisate interfering, as you say, with their ability or their want to do what you tell them to do. I think is what you're telling us,
All right.
right? Yes.
We're willing to help you. Just
That's all I ask. Is keep an open mind and a clear eye.
Oh yes, yes.
And we all know what the Marquisate is after. They're not here to help. They're here to take control. That's what I'm taught.
Yeah. Down with tyranny.
Well, thank you for hearing me out. And if we can work something out, that would be great. I'd be very appreciative. I hope you enjoy it. Here, take a bottle of the horn wine with you. You might want to not be flashing that around town, because there is an element about town that takes quite the offense to it. So,
which element is that? I'm sorry, which element?
Oh, that's Kelsey Rainey. They want to dry up the town. You trust me. Go down to the Sublime Speakeasy, and you'll see Kelsey down there, and he'll tell you everything you need to know.
Isn't that a good thing though? Drying out the town?
Well,
drying it out with the wine.
Yep.
Making it a no wine zone.
Oh, that kind of dry.
The Sublime Speakeasy, you said?
The Sublime Speakeasy.
And
who's this?
Just one more question. That's Kelsey, the Woodland. So Miriam, do you know where she is? So we can try to talk to her, keep our hands on our purse, and all that.
Where is Miriam? Oh, she's over at the work sheds up there on the bluffs.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's dry up there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they picked the right place to build their workshops, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, we will see what we can do, sir.
I look forward to speaking with you again. I hope that your time here in the Grove is profitable and to us both.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
Of course.
Yes, thank you very much. You've been
and I'm sure you seem like experienced individuals in the world. Discretion is much appreciated in all of these things, because I'm trying to keep things simple. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Simple is best.
Discretion is our middle name.
I don't know about that, but yes. Interesting. So we leave, I guess, and what a strange little man. He's so concerned about weird things. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Eleanor. Eleanor?
Laura.
Alora. I am just going to make this observation that we just walked into a town almost the same problems as the last one we were in.
Well, this one definitely seems like bigger problems. The place stinks. How can anybody live here?
Why doesn't one of the factions take charge and do something about it? Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do first after we talk to these other people.
Yes,
I think we might want a bath and someplace dry.
Oh,
I don't
know. If we can find one. Maybe on the bluffs. Is that where Miriam is anyway?
Miriam is on the bluffs as you're, so that you cross the river and you come into town. There is the bluffs on the that side, north side of town.
South side? Oh, north side.
North side. You came across the river. The town is
yeah.
on the north side of the river. You came across, there's the bluffs that come down, and then there's the workshops on the bluffs, and then the lower part of the town that ran down to the river.
Maybe we should talk to the Kelsey guy first because he's on the way to the bluff.
As you're coming, walking across town, the muddy.
Is the ground wet here and stuff?
The ground is wet. There's stagnant pools of water. It's very, still drying out. And you do see ahead of you, there's some kind of a ruckus going on outside of some kind of sort of a semi-shabby looking building.
Okay.
You see some goats and some other guys going at it.
Are they goats and foxes, or are they goats and...
They're mostly foxes that are there, but you do notice that there is an adult eagle, a young adult eagle that's over there haranguing the crowd and yelling stuff. And then there is also an old grizzled cat that's like in the eagle's face. Just, as far as you can see, just calm it down, Kelsey. You need to calm your people down. This isn't getting you anything that you want.
This is the cat talking?
This is the cat talking to the eagle. It looks like the cat has an official looking tabard on, like a outfit on. You would say
like a
they
sheriff?
look like what?
Like a sheriff?
Like a sheriff. If you would take a guess, and this is the sheriff of the town. They are old and they're scarred. And they're in the face of the eagle. Just take your people back. And so then the kind of sort of with them are some of the, you would say they're probably his deputies or like the town guard are with them, but they do not look like at Pilnicki's, like the town guard was clean cut and uniform. That is not these guys. These just look like kind of sort of as haphazard a crew as you could probably think. Is like they're watching it and kind of bemused by the whole thing. And they're just whatever. And Kelsey and Dana, the sheriff is there, like, just calm your people. You guys break them up. He's yelling at his own guys to like go break up the people, and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. And they're kind of slouching over and they start pulling people out of the fight.
We help this.
We have what?
All, let me see. I'm kind of curious about something. Give me a
read a tense situation.
Yeah, read a tense situation. That's
all of us?
Yeah, everybody. Okay. Or figure.
Yeah. Oh.
You got better than me. Oh.
Wow. All right. You would say that is definitely the sheriff.
It goes from nimble to go, hey, and then it goes to scritch, and then Laura says, I know what's going on.
Gotcha. You would also say by the bearing of the sheriff, they carry themselves like a vagabond. Like there's just that feeling that you get like, okay, they are not like straight acting the whole thing, but just the way they move and how they carry themselves.
It's like the Mandalorian when the mercenary has been given the sheriff's job.
Right, exactly. It's like, okay, this is not a sheriff. This is just like, okay, so that is totally that. Exactly. Like,
So when I see that, I'm gonna walk up to the sheriff and say,
right.
Do you need help?
He looks you up and goes, that is the most welcome phrase I've heard of the day. It's like,
now step up to, he said, move along.
go ahead and persuade the person?
Persuading it?
Is it a persuading thing, or is it a like trying to
Persuaded NPC.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Got a
Sounds good.
7. Is that a good?
It's a hit.
It's a hit. Yeah,
Kind of iffy.
he's kind of
Uh,
unhappy,
I
but
will. I will assist. I should have assisted before.
go ahead.
I'll just stand behind her and say, "Did you hear what she?" And I'll say it a little bit louder, a little bit. What my friend Nimble said.
Listen, so you can see that his demeanor changes a little bit. He goes, "This is not over, Dana. We're gonna dry out this town. We're gonna clean up the river and the horn wine."
Who says this?
That means you know it's coming, and it's coming, Dana.
Kelsey
Let's
says
go.
this?
Let's go, boys. Let's go. So then Kelsey, the eagle, and the foxes, they all kind of pull themselves up, and the sheriff's kind of haranguing his guys a little bit. It's like, you guys are about as useful as a third paw. Oh my God. He goes, welcome to Gilead's Grove. I am the sheriff here, Dana Blaze Oak. Why don't you come over to my office and introduce yourselves? And
Okay. Okay.
Got any snacks in that office?
I'm sure we can set you up with something. You as
We've
useful as you three have proven already. You know.
We just traveled out of the woods and we're dead tired.
Well, you look. We can probably figure out a place for you to stay and get you a bite to eat and a drink to boot. He says, "I need a name here. You run over and have a couple of 3 plates of food brought over to the office." And we go, "Oh, okay, sheriff." So one of the guys runs off, and you go in there, and he sits down behind his desk and pours 4 glasses of horn wine out, and says, "I'm Dana Blaze Oak, and you'd be 3 vagabonds in from the wild by the looks of you."
Yes, Sheriff.
Vagabonds, yes. Travelers.
My name is Nimble, and my friends are.
Laura.
Scritch.
Laura.
Scritch and Laura. Well, welcome, Nimble, Scritch and Laura, to Gilead's Grove. I'm Dana Blaze Oak, the sheriff here, nominally. As much of the running the show as anybody in town, since Drew can't seem to get his act together. But what brings you to Gilead's Grove, if I can ask? We've got enough troubles here already, so I'm hoping you're not looking to stir up anything else.
Oh, never. We just came in and were
He
surveying.
kind of laughs.
Surveying the town and noticing it's a bit smelly here and there, and seeing you had a flooding problem, and then I guess he's the mayor, the governor. I'm sorry. Started talking to us about your situation, and it seems sort of I wouldn't say dire, but things aren't looking too good in this fair.
Well,
yes.
I feel like we could probably be fine.
But
we're being pulled in a lot of different directions. See, the people of the town, we've got industry, and we make the horn wine here, and we're known for our bows, and that's what brought me here. To be honest with you, back in my day when I was traveling the woodland, I made sure to get my bow and arrows from here, and that's where I became acquainted with Gilead's Grove. Back then, Drew, he did some good in his time, but with the Civil War, and that's taken people. As long as he was running the show, it was fine, but he doesn't have the might to back it up, neither in his own spine or with the Eyrie. And Miriam, I'm not gonna lie to you, the medicine and the food's been a godsend. Been welcome. But I don't look forward to having the Marquise take over either. Eyrie hasn't done much to clean up they're not helping clean up the grove. They're focused on their own things. And I know help is hard to find, but it's hard to say no to the food and the medicine. So maybe that's the way we need to go. But then, who knows what we can do? I just assume not be under anybody's foot, but we gotta get things cleared up here.
What exactly is preventing the drying up and fixing of the town in that sense?
Oh, we gotta get back. We gotta get people back up and repair the work on the dam up there. So I'll tell you what happened. They were doing some repair work up there, and unfortunately, mistakes were made, and the dam there's been damage all over town, and all people are doing is pointing fingers at one another about who needs to go up and get it done. And then add into that Kelsey, who one of the things that brings coin into this town is the goats and that horn wine. Kelsey wants to dry the town up, and that includes and he means the horn wine, and he looks meaningfully at the glasses in front of you. He's like, well, that's good. Just setting. It is good, right? And it is. I appreciate that he's trying to help out, and that's really what everybody's trying to do. Drew's trying to help, Kelsey's trying to help, and Miriam's trying to help. But,
I have a question.
Yes.
So you would say the most important thing would be to repair the dam?
I would say the most important thing is to repair the dam and get the town back to work. Is really what it is. So now. Go ahead.
What do you think is going to take to repair the dam? Is it money or rocks?
1 second here.
Did you get a good beaver crew to come out here? I heard they make excellent.
That. Now we're. I like that you're thinking in terms of solutions.
Do you got any ideas, Sheriff?
Well,
Spritz, he's thinking. Or she's thinking. Spritz, she's thinking.
The problem is, Kelsey's got the foxes more focused. So the foxes really do.
She's got them riled up.
The foxes are the ones who really are the Fletchers in town. That's their business. And Kelsey really, at the end of the day, what Kelsey wants is for them to focus on making bows and arrows for the Alliance. The problem is he's uniting them against the goats, to get them to do that, and that's taking them away. They're more focused on drying up the town. He's more focused on drying up the town than he is on getting to work, because you saw them out there fighting the goats over the horn wine. And that's how he's...
Who was the one repairing the dam?
Nobody's repairing the dam right now. There's some of the foxes.
I mean, before when it broke, who was
let's see. Who was repairing the dam?
Are you awake, Saul?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, okay.
So,
Michael's looking something up. I think he goes
I'm looking something up, yeah.
No, I'm trying to think of I like this guy a little bit better than
the mayor?
Than the
Rich.
mayor, than Drew.
Rich, do you know how to fix the dam?
Me? No. Just an owl.
Do you know any beavers? A crew of beavers? They make excellent. I hear that they make excellent dams, and they're very good at those kind of structures.
They make them out of wood.
That's true. This is a stone dam, supposedly.
To be honest, I think the foxes could get it done. If we can somehow get Kelsey to calm down and focus on fixing the dam and get the goats. The goats are up there, they've got issues because Miriam's mill has the water well, and so Miriam's interested in getting the dam fixed too. But Kelsey's got the foxes riled up against the goats. So I think really, if we can get Kelsey, if Kelsey could be got to see that we need to focus on the practical issues in front of us and not his what do you call it, his crusade against the horn wine. So
I understand that, but so who was the ones that were fixing the dam to start with?
The foxes were the ones that were up there because and what was happening was, he pours another glass of the horn wine. He goes, so Miriam comes to town, and they've put the mills in, and they're employing the foxes to make the bows and the arrows, right? They're in the fletching business, and they're doing their work. Well, they're trying to improve the dam to make their mill run better, right? Well, the other thing that they were trying to do is focus the water more towards their water wheel and away from the goat's
responsible.
The goat's waterfall, what they used to make the horn wine.
They messed it up.
So they were making improvements, trying to do stuff, and it didn't go too well. So
do you think that they did it on purpose?
I think.
Is it Miriam working with the Eyrie Dynasty to provide food and
Miriam is the Marquise. She's the Marquise representative here, and she's running the mills. They were improving the waterfall to focus the water more on their water. In doing so, something happened, and the dam that they were putting up there had issues. Who knows what happened? All we know is between you and me, I think that they were trying to divert the water away from the goats, and they're making the horn wine and maybe the goats maybe the Morgan family took matters into their own hands. And because the waterfall serves them, and it was working fine before, and so it's gone back to where it was. So maybe the Morgan family, it's like they're trying to hold on to their business from other goats. So I think maybe they had something to do with the waterfall, with the dam being broke. Now the town will dry out. Eventually we'll get there. Really what needs to happen is if we can get town cleaned up. Now the Woodland Alliance is one of the primary customers for those bows and arrows right now. And that is why Kelsey wants to focus on that. So he's pulling the foxes away from, he's focusing them on getting the horn wine out. So Miriam, I don't know really what her goal is, but really,
other than her mill.
other than the mill. Like she's running the mill, and she's looking to run the town. I don't, we can be honest enough about that. The Marquise is like they're just looking to bring in and put people to work and make money. They're very clear on what they want to be doing. Do I like them any more than I like the Eyrie? I worked for both back in my days. You know how it is. You go where the coin is. One is just another face of the other one. It's one side of the coin or the other. I do welcome Miriam's food and wine, or food and medicine. We need to relieve the tensions in town is really what needs to happen to get the people back to the thing, and then we can address all of other people's feelings about stuff. So he's gonna he holds up his hand. Miriam employs most of the foxes in town, and she's looking just to make money and become irreplaceable in town and run the show. Drew, well, he's the one that's been in charge here before, and he did good work in his day. The Eyrie's not showing up. The Marquise has showed up with food and medicine. At least they're getting it done. We haven't seen hide nor hair, feather nor claw of the Eyrie. Kelsey, the only Eyrie, at least former Eyrie in town, is the one that's pulling the foxes, and instead of having them do the work, he has them fighting the goats over the corn wine, which to me is and he holds up his glass, is everybody's choice for themselves. And he goes, between you, me, and these glasses, I think Kelsey is the biggest issue here. Drew and Miriam, that's going to work itself out here in its own way, I think.
So has Kelsey always been this teetotaler?
Kelsey is very, as the Eyrie are, they're very...
That's right, she's an eagle.
In their ways, set in their ways. And I think that, from what I know of Kelsey's family, it didn't go well for them in the Civil War, in the conflicts. And he is looking to keep things straight and narrow and take control of things as well. One second here, and
Kelsey's an eagle?
Eagle.
He's a young eagle. So he used to be part of the area, but he switched to the Woodland Alliance after his family lost their living when the area abandoned the clearing. He's against anything that distracts from the cause of the Alliance as being unnecessary and dangerous. So that's his thing, is the wine is distracting from the making of the bows and arrows, and it needs to go. We need to focus on the thing that needs to be done.
I see.
As you're sitting there talking,
And
can he introduce you? Ceridian is an elder goat, grizzled, and she has striking, large, shiny horns. She looks very kind of a firm face, I guess you would say. She's clearly used to being in charge of things. And I guess over the course of this conversation, she says, we've worked hard to build up what we've got here, and it's benefited everybody in this town, foxes and goats alike. That Kelsey Rainey, that's gonna be the end of us all, and that's where we'll get to see. So the goat comes in, says Kelsey Rainey is the big issue, and
okay.
Any questions, clarifications, things I missed?
Goats are the
So-
Morgan family?
The goats of the Morgan family, and they make the horn wine.
Okay. And they're fighting with the foxes.
Well,
Sort of.
sort of. They're the foxes under Kelsey Rainey, who are part of the Woodland Alliance. Kelsey is very focused on, he wants the Woodland Alliance to win, and everything should be focused towards being effective and doing it, and the horn wine is a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to dry out the town, right?
He wants to dry out the town.
Like make
Doesn't
it
he
dry. as in-
understand that by pulling the foxes off and making the arrows, he's making it more worse?
But he's trying to make the horn wine go away. We got to deal with the big problems first. You should go talk to Kelsey. We got to deal with the big problems first, and then we'll get back to work. But right now, the horn wine is the issue because those goats are over there. They're just,
Is the big problem that this town is still wet?
it's drying out. Somebody's got to get up there. You know, mistakes are made. Just go talk to Miriam about the dam. But that is the big problem, and it stinks right now.
Oh, what's
it
the
Miriam-
goat's? What was the goat's name? The one that walked in.
The
Ceridian?
Morgan family, Ceridwen Morgan, Ceridwen.
Oh, that right, except I put an S instead of a C.
I did too.
Okay.
Ceridian.
So is that was the last scene for the night?
Yeah, unless you have other questions or
I think the next thing we'll probably have to do is talk to this.
Well, there's also Miriam, right?
Yes, but Elsie is more important apparently.
Oh, the eagle.
the
Eagles
eagle
are
with the
big.
foxes. Yeah.
Trouble. Gonna go and try to stop the Morgan family making their wine. Why would
I don't-
anyone
I
want to
s-
do that?
Trouble with a capital T.
Right here in River City.
It doesn't seem to be like a big, like the priorities are kind of mixed on that eagle.
The eagle is confused, or the eagle is not everything. Oh,
Now the eagle is supposedly with the Woodland Alliance.
He is.
He's
From
not
what
an
the-
Eyrie.
From
was,
what-
but then they hurt his family, so he went to the Woodland Alliance.
From what
I
happened,
don't remember that part.
Okay, so the sheriff was telling you that he used to be part of the Eyrie, but he switched to the Woodland Alliance
Ah.
when his family lost their living after the area abandoned a clearing. So they lost everything because the Eyrie ran away.
So he must really not like the area. Well, maybe.
They betrayed him, and so he's just like
He's an angry child.
he's
Man.
an angry child, and he wants what's
Man child.
Man child. Okay. I
well.
do
You know
like-
how it is when you're young and you see an injustice, and you know that you have the absolute right way to fix it. So
When you're young, you know so much more than when you get older. I like the system.
yeah, I'm gonna go watch. I think that it's, you know, like anything, right? The more you use it, the more you get used to it, and it's like remembering that it really is pretty simple when it comes right down to it. It's like that 2 dice. 7 through 9 is a hit with complications. 10 plus is a big success, and less than 7 is a miss, and bad things happen. I think where I need to get more comfortable and familiar is how like exhaustion and injury and wear and morale and all of that stuff comes and goes. It's not as simple as just like hit points. So I need to, but
Yeah,
yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well,
I got
because of the whole exhaustion and the wear and stuff, you have to make decisions as to what you're gonna do as a player.
yes.
I will look at the rules too, because you kind of have to look at the rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back through and look at them again. I mean, and it's like any game, right? The more you use it, and it's like, oh, that's how that plays. And like you said, there's the conflict economy. Where it's like, okay, so I can help this person out, and that costs me an exhaustion. Do I have the exhaustion to do it? What happens when I reach the exhaustion? The wear on the things, and there's a lot of bookkeeping. So, but I like it. I like the system. I like the dynamicness of it. I like the focus on the role playing. I like that it's not just toe to toe and hit points, and just like okay, or
yeah. No, it's good.
All right.
Cool. All right. Let's see. It's the 3rd, so you think probably 10th, 17th, or do you want to try to do next Friday too, the 10th?
It's up to you guys. I'm good either way.
Well, the 10th is board game night for me.
Okay.
So then it'll be the 17th.
17th,
obviously.
All right.
Yeah. Well, are you doing anything then, Felipe?
What?
The 17th.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's the Friday before the Thanksgiving week.
Okay.
All right, 17th. Looks good.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks.
Good night, guys.
Thanks for running,
Good
Mike.
night,
guys.
It's a good game.